Hello everybody, welcome to That's Football. Huge win for Liverpool, but huge win for you. And I'm talking to you, the Premier League table, as we can reveal that the top 5 in the Premier League are going to get Champions League spots. We'll talk about that in a moment. But look, let's hit it straight on. A big weekend in the Premier League coming up. That top 5 race. Change it to top 5. It makes it really, really interesting in the race, as you can see. But look, let's hit the headline news. Liverpool winning against PSG last night. Lucky Liverpool. Well, look, I will say this. I think that we've got to remember the beautiful game. And there's a few contentious issues in that game for Liverpool last night. But as somebody who, I think some clubs, if I said to you, and I want to read the comments here because not everyone's a United fan, what's your best memory from your football club? And we might have a Preston fan. We might have a Chelsea fan. Let us know in the comments. What's your best memory? Because it's the most boring question I ever get asked. What's your best memory as a Man United fan? 99, Nou Camp, Ollie wins it. And Solskjaer has won it. That game, we were lucky. We were really lucky. It wasn't the same as what Liverpool did last night. It was enormous. But Bayern should have put us away. They were the better team. They should have put us away. They didn't, and we did it at the end. And it was beautiful. And it's the best moment I've ever had in football. It was great. And fundamentally, we were a bit lucky. So I don't know where the celebration police are, but just because you get a little bit of luck doesn't mean that Liverpool fans can't enjoy it. I was meant to be doing a video with Loz this morning. He's got stuck, his plane got delayed, but because he was out in Paris. But I said to him, enjoy it, mate. What a great result that was. In some ways, you love those sort of results. European away, under the cosh, goalkeeper's man of the match. You score from them one shot on target. Everyone else is crying, and you're there going up yours. I don't think it's lucky. I think it's just another avenue of the beautiful game where you can't always win 4-3 in an amazing game. You can't always win 4-0. Sometimes you defend well, you ride your luck, you take your chance, you win the game. And I don't think there's anything controversial about that. If you're going to win a Champions League or a Premier League, you've got to learn to win in different ways. And PSG had chances they didn't take. Alisson was world class and Harvey Elliott took the chance at the end. It's football. I think we over dissect things. As for the red card on Konate, honestly, don't care. Wasn't given. Move on. I don't think it was a red. Some people think it was a red. You can't definitively tell me that that's the worst decision in the world. You might think it is. Some of you might be like me and go, don't think it was enough for a red. I think it's, I don't even think it's enough for a foul, in my opinion. I've played the game. I've done that at centre back. You know, it's he is shoulder barging him. It's just whether he shoulders barges him in the back or he shoulders in the side. It is a shoulder barge. He's intentionally shoulder barging him. If you want to interpret it as a foul, that's up to you. But I wake up this morning, people are tweeting, people are doing videos. I'm like, it's the beautiful game. This should never be removed from the game. The contentious decision that divides opinion. I love it. He might have got a red card. I'd be saying, I don't think it was. Some would be saying it was. The whole point of a contentious decision and the whole beautiful thing about football is the decisions that we don't agree on. So if you think it's a red card, I'm not even saying you're wrong. I don't think it was. Some people think it wasn't. It is what it is. You can't rewrite the rules on that. Some people are like, it's a disgrace, it's an outrage, UEFA should do something about it. But what about the people who think it wasn't a red? You can't change the rules on a divisive opinion. So it is what it is. I love football. I think it's so unpredictable. And I think that as much as I'd love PSG to won that game 3-0 and knock them out, I can't look back on it and go, is this not why the game is so great? You know, PSG should win that game. Alisson's brilliant, and then they go and score at the other end. You sort of felt it was going to happen in the last 20 minutes as well. But there is a flip side positive. If you're feeling a little bit sad about Liverpool or Arsenal or Villa or anything else, or you're a little bit jealous, look at that Premier League title and get excited. Because I'm telling you now, top 5 this year will be in the Champions League. Last year we blew it. Newcastle and Man United didn't get out of the Champions League group stage. Villa didn't win the Conference League, Liverpool didn't win the Europa League, and no English club got to the final of the Champions League. We scored very low, and that is why we didn't get an extra allocation. But as of now, in the race to get that extra allocation, England are top, Spain are second, Italy are third, and Germany are fourth. And Italy and Germany are done. Extra allocations for them this season. They've lost 50% of their teams in Europe. We've still got loads in it. Spain have still got loads in it. It's going to be us and Spain, and we're ahead of Spain. So I'm not going to run through the points allocation system because it will take all week, but basically you get points for where you finished in the group stage, in the league stage, how far you progress, how many wins you get. Liverpool finished top of the Champions League. Spurs and Man United did well in the Europa League, and so did Chelsea in the Conference League. And of course, Villa, Arsenal are all going to go to the quarterfinals with Liverpool, probably. So it's going to be an extra space. What that means for the Premier League and this coming weekend and every other weekend is that the title race may be over. The relegation race may be over, but the race for top 5 and a Champions League spot is so satisfyingly exciting. I say bring it on. I mean, look at that. You've got Arsenal and Liverpool are going to get top 2, you would say. But then from Forest on 48 down to Villa on 42. Oh my God. I mean, I don't even know. Am I writing somebody else off here? I need to research this. BBC Premier League table. Let's have a look. Who is in 11th place? Brentford, yeah, you're out. Forget it. That was a waste of time. Yeah, Brentford aren't going to get into the top 5. But I think from Villa to Forest, what a race to get 5th place. And look, Man City played Forest at the weekend at 12:30. We'll do that as a watch along anyway. But yeah, I think Man City will definitely take one of the places. But there's still 3 beyond that. There's still 2 spots there. I think Man City 100% will take one of the spots. So Liverpool, Arsenal and Man City. Get your top 5s in. Liverpool, not in order. Liverpool, Arsenal and Man City, 100%. They, in my opinion, they will get 3 of the 5 spots. But there's 2 up for grabs there. Chelsea, Newcastle, Bournemouth, Forest, maybe Brighton, Villa. I mean, it's up for grabs. I mean, look, I would normally say that Forest on 48 points with a 6-point gap on teams like Brighton, Fulham and Villa, you'd fancy it. But I think teams are capable of beating each other. And Forest have been exceeding expectation all season. They could continue to drop points with Man City at the weekend. I see Man City going into 3rd and moving away from it. And I see 4th and 5th being really exciting. But the added excitement is that I think we can pretty much guarantee that we will be getting an extra spot because it's not even close. English allocation points is just way better than the 3rd and 4th teams, which are 3rd and 4th countries, which are Italy and Germany, and they've lost half their teams. So even if Bayern Munich and Dortmund and Inter do well, your points allocation gets divided by the number of teams that were actually in Europe at the start. Now, because Germany and Italy got extra spots last year, you could argue that some of the teams that went into Europe were a bit weak, so they have to divide by that. So basically, if you get 20 points for England, you divide it by the number of teams that are actually in Europe. So giving extra allocations to Germany and Italy, which they deserved, but do they have the depth of quality for it? Whereas I think in the Premier League we probably do. But look, I think it makes it really interesting. Would I like to see a Bournemouth or a Forest in the Champions League? It could cause us problems next year if they don't do very well. Having said that, I mean, I think a Bournemouth or a Fulham or a Brighton in the Champions League, I think they'd have a chance of getting through. I think they'd certainly hit the qualifiers. So it would be, look, we like the novelties of, you can't have it both ways. People love the novelty when Luton get promoted to the Premier League. Is it not the same as seeing a Forest or a Bournemouth or a Fulham in the Champions League? I'd like the novelty of it. I'll admit, I'd love to see it. But it's good news, I think. Generally good news. Get your comments in then. Let me know your thoughts. Who do you think is going to be the top 5 clubs? I'm going to go Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City, Chelsea, and I'd love it to be, you know what? I'm still going to say Villa. I still think Villa might do it. There you go. I'm just going to go with that. Also, let me know what your favourite memory in your life from your football club is, because I've answered that. And I did mention this on the watch along last night. UEFA or FIFA are going to have a halftime show at the World Cup final. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. I don't think it works with a football audience. I just think it's an indicator of what they want to do to the football audience. They want to get rid of legacy fans and make it more about having Beyonce at halftime in a Premier League game. And who wants that? Not even Beyonce. Thanks everyone for watching. Get your comments in. I'll speak to you on the next one.